Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today, we are going to be talking about the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. More specifically, the NES core on the Analogue Pocket. Now, if you're a regular on the channel, I've been covering NES quite a bit recently in the last couple of months, and that's because the MiSTer FPGA core has been receiving lots and lots of updates. These updates have made it as close as to original hardware, and some of the quality of life features that the MiSTer brings arguably could be considered better than actually playing an original NES. Now, we have a port of an earlier MiSTer FPGA core for the Analogue Pocket, and it's a really good core. So we ran a benchmark testing tool known as Accuracy Coin, and the MiSTer test builds were scoring maximum marks. So I tried running the update tool, or the core that you get on the Analogue Pocket via the updaters, AG23 or Aleem Tayyab's latest core, and that was scoring 114. So I reached out to members in the community. I said, is there a way to get the MiSTer FPGA core, or the latest revision, kind of implemented into the Analogue Pocket? Challenge was accepted by Terminator 2K2, who got the latest MiSTer version of the core working on the Analogue Pocket. However, there were some cutbacks and there were some trade-offs. Not all the mappers could fit into the core. So when I spoke to Terminator 2K2 and I said, look, what mappers did you receive? What mappers did you remove? He said he's not quite sure about the mappers, so he just chose some random ones. However, the core did fit, and when we ran a score, or when we ran a test on Accuracy Coin, the Analogue Pocket scored the maximum marks. At the time, it was 128 out of 128. Accuracy Coin has been updated now. The score limit has gone up to 129, right? So what happened now is Terminator 2K2 had a big brainwave. He thought, I can split the core into two. So what he's done a little tweak of Aleem Tayyab's core. So this version of the core isn't actually available via the updaters. If you want to get this up and running for yourself, then yeah, just check out the tutorial that's going to pop up just after I stop yapping on about what this core brings you, and you can get this up and running for yourself. So provided you've got an Analogue Pocket, you've run the updater, and you've got like the latest version of the NES core, you're going to get some additional files to add on. So what essentially Terminator 2K2 did is, like, the latest version includes two cores which are automatically selected via the chip 32 virtual machine to support all mappers. So in essence, you've got two cores there. Depending on the game you pick and the mappers it uses, it selects the correct core. So there's nothing there where you have to go in and select stuff or do anything. No, you just pick your game as normal and everything happens in the back end. So once you add these files, you've got the best mappers, you've got the best version of the core, and you don't have to do anything manually. Well, apart from initially adding the stuff yourself. So there's no NSF, which is like the Nintendo sound files, I think that stands for. Oh, sorry, the NES sound format, right? So no NSF player. So that's one of the trade-offs, but this is strictly out there for playing games. Or no FDS support is included. FDS, the Famicom Disk System. So if you want those two, the NSF and FDS, then this isn't the update for you. If you just want to play the NES games and you want to play the best possible version of the core for games, then this is what you need. But like I said, guys, NSF, FDS is gone. So the system will automatically select the correct core based on the mapper. And yeah, in short, you pick a game and it automatically selects and loads the right core, essentially combining all the MiSTer NES cores into two cores, all the MiSTer NES cores, sorry, into two cores. So where the MiSTer can handle it all in one, the Analogue Pocket breaks it into two. So it's a good solution for getting the latest version of the core. So guys, if you want to get this up and running for yourself, then stick around to this tutorial. Now the file will be hosted over my Discord server, so in order to get it, you will need to be a member. As well as that, I will do a post over on Metal Game Solid. So if you are not into Discord, you'll have to be a member of the Metal Game Solid website, and you can download the files from there. But let me show you how you can get these files onto your Analogue Pocket. So once you've downloaded the file, you're gonna get this file here, ag23.nes, right? So let's go ahead and extract that. As always, I always mention it, I always use 7-zip. So let me use 7-zip. And once we go in here, let's delete the zip folder because we no longer need that. I was going to press the delete button, but it's nice to show you stuff visually. So AG23 NES, let's just go in here and let's go here. Okay, so once we're in the folder and we've got all these files here, what we we want to do is we want to go over to cores, and then we want to find AG23 NES, which is the same name. And once we go in here, all we need to do is let's highlight everything here. Now, if you're a little bit paranoid, what you can do, you can take a backup of what you've got on your Analogue Pocket, and you can always revert to it if you get into issues. You're not going to get into issues because I've done the same thing. It's going to overwrite everything because I've already done this and tested it. So what you want to do is drag and drop or copy and paste them, whatever way you do it, put it in there. It's going to ask me, do I want to replace them? Yes, I definitely want to replace them. And that's it, guys. That's all you need to do. Now, when you run the core, make sure you pick the AG23 core or Adam Gastineau's version of the core, and you have the latest mappers from the MiSTer FPGA split into 2 cores. But when you play it, you will not be able to tell that you are swapping between cores. It will do everything for you. Now, in most cases, honestly, the normal version of the core is great, and you're not really going to be able to tell the difference, especially when it comes to retail games. But if you're playing some homebrew stuff, some aftermarket stuff, then you may want to try this version of the core. It scores the maximum marks. It likely is the best way to play NES on the Analogue Pocket, but you do need to do this manually. But don't forget, you do lose the ability to use NSF and FDS files, so that support is gone. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this tutorial, thumbs up, subscription, all the good stuff. Big thank you out for to all the MiSTer community initially for making this core, especially Kit Trinks and Grey Rogue for the latest changes, and anyone else that I'm not naming. Massive shout out to AG23 Adam Gastineau for originally porting the core over to the Analogue Pocket from the MiSTer, and obviously mad props to Terminator 2K2 that does all these tweaks that will just bring in all these new updates and quality of life features. Anyway, guys, be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.